Hi, everyone. My name is Natalie Stewart, and I'm with CTA Review. And I'm here today to discuss the Corporate Transparency Act, most specifically, what is going on in early December 2024 as an urgent update. If you need more information regarding the Corporate Transparency Act and how it affects your homeowners association, you can refer to my earlier videos where we review what needs to happen, the filing deadlines, and everything that goes along with filing a beneficial owner report. So again, today we're discussing the Corporate Transparency Act. As you know, reporting companies in the United States were supposed to file their reports, their beneficial owner reports, by January 1st, 2025. And if not, they would be subject to very steep penalties. However, as of last week, December 3rd, 2024, there was a nationwide injunction placed on the Corporate Transparency Act. Out of a Texas state court, there was a ruling that found that enforcement of the reporting rule is hereby enjoined and the compliance deadline is stayed. Neither may be enforced, and reporting companies need not apply with the Corporate Transparency Act's January 1st, 2025 reporting deadline, pending further order of the court. So what does this mean for everybody? It means that at the current time, and right now it's December 9th, at the current time, filing a beneficial owner report is not required and penalties will not be enforced. However, this is a temporary injunction and may be overturned. On December 5th, the Department of Justice filed an appeal. So this is FinCEN filing an appeal against the injunction. FinCEN appealed the nationwide preliminary injunction from the U.S. District Court for the Eastern District of Texas, which had paused enforcement of the Corporate Transparency Act. This appeal disputes the court's ruling that the CTA likely exceeds congressional authority. And what does this mean? It means that the appellate court's decision is pending, and it could uphold the injunction, it could modify the injunction, or it could overturn it altogether. This could potentially reinstate that December 31st, 2024 deadline, and HOA should stay prepared by gathering their beneficial owner information and start monitoring updates. And what else happened last week? Well, FinCEN filed a notice. In the FinCEN statement, it states that in light of the recent federal court order, again, reporting companies are not currently required to file their beneficial owner report with FinCEN, and they're not subject to liability if they fail to do so. However, reporting companies may continue to file and voluntarily submit beneficial ownership information reports. While all of this litigation is ongoing, FinCEN will comply with the order and they will not enforce any penalties. So what does this really mean for HOAs? It means that your association can proceed or pause. However, it's incredibly important to stay ready in case the injunction is lifted. What else is going on? Well, there's still lots of legislation going on. Congress and the House are looking at HR 5119 and S 3625. This would delay the implementation for a year. There are a lot of conversation going on in committees right now, and this still could happen in the very, very near future. There's also two other bills, HR 8147 and the companion bill, Senate Bill 4297, and these are to repeal the Corporate Transparency Act altogether. This bill, these two bills, don't have nearly as much traction as the bill to delay for 1 year, which has more of a chance of passing in the near future. So if you're a client of CTA Review, what are your options? Well, number one, you can choose to proceed with filing. We have many, many clients that are electing to take the momentum that we've already been building and just file for now, so they will not have to worry about whether or not the injunction is lifted. We are also offering a hold. Now, this means that CTA Review will continue to collect your information and build your reports, but we will hold off on filing with FinCEN until the injunction is lifted, overturned, or until changes are made. We'll determine what the next steps are. You can also pause, and this means stop the collection efforts altogether and put the entire process on pause. If your associations would like to do any of these, please contact us at admin@CTA Review, and you can get further instructions on how to file, hold, or pause. You can also visit our website and click on the choose to hold or pause button and send your request at that time. So we've been getting a lot of questions, and I'm going to go through a few of our FAQs at this time. We've already filed. What should we do now? Many associations have already filed, and that's perfectly fine. So at this time, no further action is required. And filing was the responsible decision, given that the CTA is a federal regulation and there were significant penalties for non-filing. It was essentially the right thing to do. Should you file now? That's a decision your board has to make. Filing is voluntary and no penalties are being enforced. However, if the injunction is lifted, circumstances could change very quickly. I've been hearing from many different people, many different sources, that the injunction could take 60 days to be talked out. I've heard from others that it could be lifted in a week. And if it is lifted in a week, that means everybody's going to have to scramble by the end of the year, because that January 1st deadline could still be in effect. How long can we wait to file? I don't know. It's uncertain, and anything we hear right now is speculative. The injunction could be overturned again tomorrow. It could be narrowed down to apply only to the plaintiffs, or it could remain in effect for the next 6 months. We really, really don't know. I'm a board member and I resigned because of this. What should I do? You're going to want to talk to an attorney. I am completely unable to provide any guidance on that situation, but there is a chance that possibly you can get some advice from legal counsel on how you can get your position back on the board. I'm really not aware of the next steps. And is there anything else that you need to know as a board member? It's that there are many uncertainties. In addition to the Texas case, there's at least 10 other lawsuits, including the CAI lawsuit that is specifically addressing HOAs and other residential owner associations. CAI also has discussions with FinCEN going on exempting associations in the future. And we also have a new presidential administration coming in, and the composition of Congress is also changing. So the Corporate Transparency Act and the requirements that go along with it are completely up in the air, and everything is speculative. There's no guidance that I can give, or that even your legal counsel that is definitive at this time. The easy thing to do is just to keep going and building the momentum, and maybe waiting to file, or filing if your report is ready. Initiating the effort at this time is also a good idea, because things might change very quickly. However, putting it on pause and just addressing the situation with your board, and knowing that you might have to get your information together quickly and file within just a few days, that could also be the move that your association wants to make. It really depends on what your team wants to do. You can also give us a call or send me an email. However, I do want to let you know that we are being flooded with communication right now and questions, and we are trying our best to figure the situation out just like everybody else is. So if you give us a call or you don't hear back for a couple of days, just note that you are on our list and we will get back to you soon. You can also send an email, and we are trying our very best to communicate with everybody quickly that way as well. And if you do want to contact us, feel free to call us at the number on your screen, or send me an email at natalie@ctareview.com, or you can also visit our website for more information on all of our options. So it was nice to speak with everybody today, and I hope you have a great holiday season.